Hi everybody, my name is Kaylee and welcome to my beauty channel. I have been into makeup for a very long time and I've always thought about doing a beauty channel, but I wasn't really sure, if I was going to do it on. I don't have a bunch of makeup. I do have more than probably the average person needs, but it's something I enjoy and it's a passion. So my channel name is Budget Beauty, and while a lot of these products are high end, I paid for maybe 2 of them full price, and the rest I get like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, like on a budget. So that's kind of what I wanted to do because I am a college student. I am not rich by any means. So a lot of what I do buy, I buy in the summer and I buy like in bulk or they're Christmas gifts. That being said, this is my first video and I thought for my first video I would do something I really love and talk about something I really love, and that is eyeshadow. So I decided to do my eyeshadow palette collection first. It's my first thing, just to kind of like show you guys what I have to be working with and what I am going to be working with. And I will tell you which palettes I bought full price, which ones I bought at a discount store, and which ones were given to me for like Christmas. I do tend for eyeshadow to buy higher end stuff or ask for higher end stuff because I like drugstores hit or miss. I don't want to spend like a lot of money on like, or not like a lot of money, but buy a bunch of drugstore palettes to like find 2 or 3 good ones. I do try whenever I'm interested in something to watch some reviews before, like a lot of reviews, and do my research to make sure like this higher end piece of makeup that I'm asking for or putting money towards is good. So I know for a fact these palettes I have are pretty good. That being said, I'm just going to get right into it. They're in no particular order. I'm doing by brand, but I am going to save my favorite palette for last. Yeah, my favorite palette for last because, I don't know, it's kind of like a climactic moment. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I know there's hundreds of beauty channels out there. What I'm mainly going to try to do is stick to like hauls, like small hauls, like 2 or 3 objects, and talk about like why I love them, why I bought them. Ipsy bag unboxing. Is it unboxing or bagging? I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Stick to that. Eyeshadow tutorials. None of my friends or family are super into makeup, so I just come here to like have something I could talk to my heart's content about makeup and know that if you're watching, you care about makeup too. So that is the goal of this, and that's why I started this. I think that's everything, kind of, to like introduce who I am, why I'm doing this, stuff like that. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into the eyeshadow palettes. I was gonna say I'll do it by brand, but we'll just do it by whatever is near. So yeah, thank you so much, and we'll get right into it. So after thinking about it, we're gonna do it by brand. I only have a few like collections from certain brands, so those will be done by brand, but then the rest of them are just kind of like one palette here, one palette there. The first brand I'm gonna do is Too Faced. Now for the longest time I only had this palette by them. This was like, gosh, this is like winter Christmas collection from a while ago. I want to say I was 15 or 16 when I got this, so like 2015, 2016. I know eyeshadow expires. I know you shouldn't use it once it expires. It's 12 months, but I do not have the money to buy it every time it expires. So this palette I did love quite a lot, as you can see. I used both of these 2 up. This one is, gosh, I can't even read it, it's so gross. Satin Sheets. I love this shade, and this one is Vintage Lace. There's a color here, Moon on Their Wings. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. I love Delightful. This gold shade, I can't even read the shade names, guys. Like, these are so bad. This is so old, but it still works. Wish List. It's called Wish List. I used the highlighter completely up. I used the bronzer a lot still. I use the blush a good bit too. I don't find myself reaching for this palette as much as I did when I first bought it. The pigment wasn't all that impressive. I bought it because it was just so cute and it came in this little box. And When You're Pretty, it's very Parisian, and I do think it was really, really cute palette. The pigment was light and you had to build it up, and I am not against having to build pigment up. Like if I have to build something up, that's fine if I get the color eventually. I'm not super picky like that. And sometimes I like just a hint of color or just a hint of something, so sometimes I do like to like low pigment stuff. And sometimes I find myself afraid of super pigmented stuff because like if you mess up, it's a lot harder to fix. But yeah, I reach this palette every once in a while, but it is no longer one of my favorites. It was one of my all-time favorites a few years ago, and I still like it. It's still very pretty. Like these top rows beautiful, these two colors are beautiful. This color is pretty, it generates me. This color, I think, yeah, it's pretty. It's very iridescent. Not sure how well it's going to show up, but yeah, it's pretty. So yeah, so this is the first Too Faced palette I owned, and was the only Too Faced palette I owned for a very long time. However, this year for Christmas, my mom saw the chocolate bar and the bonbon bar on sale, so she got them for me. I think together they were like $50, which they're usually like close to that alone. So she did get the two of them for $50. I'm sorry, this one's dirty. One of my loose highlighters spilled in my traveling makeup bag, and now a lot of my makeup I just went on vacation with is a little shimmery. I have to get in here with the makeup removing towelette and clean them up. So this is the next one I got. It's pretty recent. The chocolate bar. I feel like everyone has seen this by now. Oh, sorry about the glare. But these are the colors. I really, really love this palette a lot. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to fix the mirror. I promise I will. I really like the shade Creme Brulee. I love this highlighting shade, Champagne Truffle. I like this red a lot too. I like the colors a lot. I like the big colors. I like it smells good. They're really pigmented. I feel like they're really pigmented and they blend out easily. This is way better formula than what was in their Christmas palette. Very sure. But I haven't gotten a Christmas palette by them in a while, so they might have upped their game. But I know from the Christmas palette I have and this is really, really good. Yeah. So I do love this palette a lot. I use him a lot. The next one I have is the other one that came with the set. It is the Chocolate Bonbon palette. It is so cute. I like how they're all heart-shaped. I like there's a bit more pink in here. Still smells good. I find that these colors are quite pigmented as well. I find they're easy to work with. Once again, I love satin sheets. I loved Almond Truffle. I'm not sure why this matte shade right here speaks to me so much, but it does. Oh my goodness, I love this shade. What else do I love? I love Mocha. I love Molasses Chip, and I love the pinks. Oh my goodness, I love the pinks. I love Totally Fetch, Cotton Candy, and Sprinkles. If I had to pick my favorite shades, it would probably be the pinks. And between these two, Too Faced packaging is so cute. Like, I love the packaging of both of these so much. I love like the interior where it says like chocolate and bonbon. Like, I love the setup. I love the bigger pans. I love these palettes so much. I love the way they smell. I love to play with them. I like the colors. I can do looks with just one, but I can also like mix my shadows together and use like 4 or 5 shadows, and I find myself reaching for these because they're just some great neutral, I think, crease shades in my opinion. Ooh, there's a fly in here. Oh no. Oh yeah, caught it the second time. But yeah, so these are, because of these, this palette was pretty and all, but I didn't like put them up there. It's these two palettes. I am a big Too Faced fan now, and I like want to try the other stuff. I know I like their melted lipsticks a lot. I had 2 of them at one point. Don't know where they are anymore, but I did like them a lot. I want to try some some other stuff by them as well. So that was the first brand of eyeshadow palettes I do have. Yeah, and I do really like these two a lot, and I used to love this one. I just don't reach for it as much anymore. I want to do a thing for like where a week I do like 5 looks, because I'm going back to school soon, and to be honest, I probably won't wear makeup every day because I go to school in Wellington and it can be quite hot in the summer and it's just not worth it. But I do want to pull this out and just use this for 1 week. The colors in it, that's all. Well, I might have to use a different base and highlight because they're used up. We'll see. This is another maybe video too, like a week with just one palette and do some looks out of it. Yeah, so that is Too Faced. Okay, so the next brand I decided to do, I have 3 palettes as well from them. I looked up, I think normally they're like $40 each. I paid $7 for each of them. Got it at Marshalls, and I rarely hear them talked about on YouTube. Rarely hear them talked about on YouTube. But I love these palettes so much. It is the Cargo palettes. Oh my goodness. I just traveled this one, but this one's pretty dirty. It got all the highlighter on it. But oh my goodness, this one is You Had Me at Aloha eyeshadow palette. I love this. I really like them up. But oh my gosh, these shades are gorgeous. And this shade right here, Kai, I think is how it's pronounced. Like, it looks like it would be this deep blue, but then like you swatch it and it's so like just like a hint of color, and it's so pretty. I use that shade when I went to go see Aladdin because I wanted to do like, you know, a little touch to jasmine, and I just used a little bit of that all over the eye, and it was so pretty. This shade Hula, I promised myself I would not swatch every shade, but every time I open one of these I just find myself wanting to shade, like swatch them. Like this quad right here is beautiful. I could do something, and I love the way their palettes are set up too, because they're set up where like each quad they just like intended for you to use together. Like these 4 are beautiful. I'm just really trying to build my hair, sorry. These 4 are beautiful. These four are the reason I love the palette. Oh my goodness. Shell, oh, so pretty, so big, and they're all so pigmented. I don't understand why more people don't obsess over them like I do, but Cargo Cosmetics is definitely one of my favorite eyeshadow brands. I love their palettes. This is the more recent one I bought. I bought it this, I say April, and I love packaging. This one I think is newer than the other two I have because it is smaller. It doesn't have the name on it, and the brush was different. I love the brushes they came with, the first two came with, and I really love makeup brushes the palette comes with, but the brush the first 2 palettes came with, phenomenal. This one I was not as big a fan. I don't even know where it is, but yeah. So the next one I bought, or no, I bought these 2 at the same time. They're both like $7 or $8, I think. But I love them both, but the one I'm not as big a fan of is this one. This is the Emerald City palette, and it's like Seattle. So like I love the attention to detail. I love the dark green with the gold, like, oh my gosh, it kind of reminds me of the 20s in a way. I'm not entirely sure why, but it has that vibe to me. Now these colors, this brush, it's mostly like a neutral palette with like a gold background, which I love. Oh my gosh, there's some glare you can see on the camera. Oh, sorry. Oh, but I do love these colors a lot. Like these 6 are very neutral, and then you have your greens over here because it is the Emerald City. I love these shades a lot. They're just very pretty gold neutral browns that I really like. And this coffee is such a deep, vibrant, rich brown. The greens are really pretty. Now you can't do like a full green look from here, but I have several other palettes that I like to pull greens from, and I can do like a really pretty green look. Once again, they're intended to be used in 4, so 4, 4. So I guess they intend for you to use a green look. It's just not very green. It's a little more brown toned green. But I do have other palettes I use and pull from to get a really pretty green look. So I do love this palette a lot. It's beautiful. And I love the names. Northwest, Fairies, Space Needle, Coffee, Pike Place. Yeah, I just really like this palette, and I I don't know, Cargo is just really good, and I love the formula of these two. The final one is my favorite between the older two. I really like this new one a lot, and that is the Cargo Wonderlust. I love this packaging. I like the fairy lights they look like on this purple. Oh my goodness, everything about this is so pretty. Here's its colors. It has like some neutrals, it has some greens. This is like this, oh, I don't even know how to describe the shade. It's like this icy blue. Like this silver one's the third one. I don't know what it is about it, but I love that shade tremendously. It also has some greens that I can use with the Emerald City to get a green look when I want a green look. It's this really, really purple shade, which when I show you my favorite palette, like you'll see what I like to use that with, or I'll make a point of saying what I choose it with. It also has some pretty neutrals, so once again, it's got the quad separation. This one I'm a little iffy about. I don't think I would ever use these last 4 shades together, but that was what they're designed for, and I guess you could do something with that. It's just, I don't know what it would be. But yeah, so those are my Cargo palettes. I love this brand. I love this brand. I love these palettes a lot, and I paid like $7.99 for this one, and I think maybe $14 for these two. Not bad at all, especially what they're normally worth. Because I see them at my Kohl's, and I see like what their normal prices are, and I'm like, yikes. So I'm super, super glad they have it at Marshalls. I just love these palettes a lot. And that is it for Cargo. For the rest of my palettes, except for my favorite palette, I do have another palette from that brand. And it's also, I think, my favorite eyeshadow formulation. My favorite high-end eyeshadow formulation. I think I'm going to do that one. Sorry, I forgot one in my drawer to take it out. I'll take one now. But for next, I think I'll do the 2 drugstore ones I do have. I'll start with my older one. This is the, once again, highlighter all over everything. This is the L'Oreal in Paradise Enchanted. And it is, I think it's supposed to be plum or cherry. I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to be. And the scent, I don't know. The scent smells plum to me, but maybe it's cherry. Now, I know a lot of people do not like this, but oh my goodness, I adore this kit so much. I use it quite a lot. I love these 2 shades right here are stunning. This shade right here is beautiful. This shade is beautiful. These right here are so pretty in the crease. This little eye highlighting one, gorgeous. These 2 base, like, I love this palette. I love the texture of it. Like, they're very soft, especially I think for a drugstore palette. Like, oh my goodness, look at that. It's such pretty. And I don't know why I found myself, like, I don't buy eyeshadow because it smells good, but when it does smell good, that is such a nice touch. But yeah, I found myself reaching for this a lot, and I love it, especially in the spring. Oh, so pretty. I haven't used it as much lately because it's summer and I've been, for the most part, working more bronzy kind of gold toned looks. Purple I found, I love purple eyeshadow. Thanks to my favorite palette. I'll get to that story later, but I found I love purple eyeshadows, so I'm wearing a lot of purples and a lot of pinks, like not like these pinks, but a bit darker pinks. But I do still love this palette a lot, and I do find myself reaching for it a lot. I actually found some for my sister. She had it. I was looking for, I forget which palette of hers I was looking for, but I stumbled across this and I was like, I'll try it. Tried it, fell in love with it, went out and bought my own the next day, and I had to go to like 3 or 4 stores to find it because she had bought it a while ago, and I was like, oh my god, they don't make them anymore, what am I gonna do? But I found it eventually. So yeah, that is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted palette. The next one is drugstore. Is the Profusion Infatuation palette. If all Profusion palettes are like this, oh, I was trying to sit down, then this is the best drugstore formulation in my opinion. Let me just try to wipe that off a bit. Yikes. These, the pigmentation, everything about these, oh my gosh, I love love, love, love these shades. Personal is so beautiful, bouncy. Whimsical, Dizzy, those are like my favorites. Halo is kind of like chunky, like a chunky glitter, and I love putting like chunky glitter highlight shades in my inner corner. That is like my favorite thing to do. This color Dough is really pretty. I don't know, I haven't tried that. I haven't even tried a lot of these shades. I kind of stick with what I like, but there's so many. I really want to try more. Like today I'm wearing these two purples on my eye. I'm wearing Shell and Gravity, and Gravity is so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like a little bit of color, but you put on top something gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this palette. They started selling at my Walmart for $10. These are $10 palettes. Actually, I got this one for $2 after Christmas. $2, and it is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes I have right now. You can tell it's well loved. Everything's kind of wearing off. I travel with it, even though it's big. It's a charming collection of rose-inspired eyeshadows with superior payoff for everyone from beginners to pros. I cannot say enough about this brand. I adore this palette. I really want to try another one of their palettes and see if the quality is the same, because if it is, then this is like amazing. Like $2 for this. But this is probably the best $2 I've ever spent. Like, oh my gosh, I can't rave enough about this palette. It's definitely up there and one of my favorites as well. So yeah, those are like my drugstore ones. The drugstore palettes I do have, and I do love them both a lot. So you will be seeing a lot of those as well. So for this next category, I'm calling it miscellaneous, because two aren't drugstore, but they're like kind of medium end, and then one high end, and then one I literally just bought today that's high end. Haven't touched it, haven't used it. I've looked at it. Well, I swatched 4 shades and they were beautiful, but I just looked at it today. That's all I've done because I already had done my makeup when I bought it. So I think we're gonna start off with my oldest one, and it is the Shan XO palette by BH Cosmetics. It's the 9 eyeshadow and the 9 lipstick. I bought this 2 days after I launched, and I remember I was playing travel sports at the time, so I didn't have a job, so I roughed volleyball games, and that's how I saved up for it. Mine has since broke. It is separated, so we're just gonna put this down. These are the 9 lipsticks it came with. I actually liked them. They didn't stay on very well because, you know, they're lipsticks. I have a love affair with matte lipstick, but I did wear these from time to time. But the eyeshadows, you can tell which ones I used. Oh my goodness, this rose gold and this like deeper, like this paler pink, and that deeper pink was beautiful. This all over shade. These two colors are beautiful. Like this like rich terracotta kind of brown or red, brick red. I loved it a lot. I don't understand why I can't swatch very well, but yeah, I loved this palette. I actually haven't reached for it in a while. I use this black from time to time. They have this duochrome one, which is like super cool. It's like, oh, the shade shifts. Here, I'm gonna do it on my palms. It's like this really cool color. I want to play with it more because it's just one of those palettes that I used to use all the time. I haven't reached for it in a while, but I want to start reaching for it again and using it because it's beautiful. You can tell it's well loved. And Shan XO is one of my favorite beauty YouTubers. I watch her a lot. I didn't buy any of her other ones she came out with. I do love her a lot. So that is the and this packaging she did, oh my goodness, I loved it. Like the pink with like little spotlight bubble things. I just really adored this palette. Oh, I adored it so much. I kept like the little card, and I had it have it on display. Does it have a date? No, but yeah, I kept the little card it came with because I loved it so much. Yeah, I keep on display with all my really pretty cards. The only other ones I have are like some Kylie Cosmetics because I love Kylie liquid lipsticks and liners. And I have used ColourPop, and ColourPop to me is so much thicker on my lips, the formula. I'm not a big fan of ColourPop lipsticks. But the Kylie Cosmetics ones are so amazing, in my opinion. So that's the Shinexo palette. Next one I have is this iconic thing, the Morphe James Charles palette. I mostly stick up here, but I do every once in a while rock some blue, and I do rock some purple at the end today. Today I am wearing Single, Escape, and Artistry. I'm also wearing, oh wait, no, I'm not wearing that color. I do use this color a lot when I do like a bronzy gold look. I use the golds in here and the browns in here. I'm gonna use this white. I need to do a green look again, especially when I showed my last palette. I just really need to get back into doing green looks because I do like green. Love this color right here. I think it's called Cape Cod. Acapella, no, Cape Cod right here. Love this blue green color. I have a sweater that matches it. So when I wear that sweater and I'm going somewhere nice, I do this eyeshadow look. And I also like this color. I think it's called Pepsi Cola. No, just Cola. No, Soda Pop. That was the guy's name from The Outsiders. I was like, wow, is that named after The Outsiders? But then I had to remember I have a Soda Pop. But yeah, super beautiful. Some of these shades up here are just kind of like, they're not super impressive, but the colors, I'm really impressed with the pigments of the colors. So his colorful ones, I'm way more impressed with the formula than these up here. But I did keep the card with all the names up here, and I taped it up here so I always have it. So I do really like the James Charles palette. I wish it was smaller so I could try out a little bit. Then obviously I wouldn't have the colors. But yeah. Every once in a while I'm abroad, I'm like, I really wish I could do a purple look, but I don't have this. But I don't travel too much. When I go to school, I bring it with me, and I spend a good bit of time in school. So I guess it's not really that big of a problem. So yeah, and that is the only Morphe palette I have. I hear so much mixed things about Morphe. I'm never sure if I like want to give them a try or not, or like try them more or whatever, or try more of their stuff a lot, because I hear a lot of mixed stuff about them. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I do love this palette and I love the packaging. I really need to get a makeup cloth and just clean all my stuff up, because it could use it. Okay, moving on to the next palette. This is the Lorac Pro 3. I got this year for Christmas. I love this palette. I have always wanted a Lorac palette, so I was so excited when I got it. I love like the kind of pinky nude colors in here. I love light pewter, almond pearl, medallion, rose bronze. I love the mattes. The mattes are amazing. They're super creamy. I like this one, Cool Taupe, a lot. Oh, I like that shade a lot. And I really like how soft they are. So soft. And I think they're super pretty. That was a little bit of a lighter shade, but I still love it. I was really excited to get this palette. I like the way it's organized, all the mattes, all the shimmers, and you get an equal number. So this is definitely a palette I do love, and I do reach for this one a lot. I only reach for this one though if I have a good bit of time on my hands, because I do find if I'm like not super careful, I can like make all the colors kind of mix and just like a heap on my eye, because they are so pigmented, and it's one of the ones where like if you screw up, there's not a lot you can do to correct the issue. So if I have not endless time, but if I have a good amount of time on my hands, I'll let this bad boy out. But if it's like a super quick look, I tend to reach for my James Charles palette more. But I still love this palette. I've always wanted a Lorac palette. It was on sale this year at Christmas. Mom found it on sale. My mom is the best. She finds everything on sale, and I'm so glad, because I probably wouldn't have a good bit of stuff without it. But yes, this is the Lorac Pro 3. Once again, got it on sale, did not pay full price for it. Salesman, they will get you everywhere. I rarely buy stuff full price anymore, because I just wait for everything to go on clearance because I shop at like Target and Walmart a lot. So if you wait long enough, it'll go on clearance. So there's that. And as for the palette I got today, you guys might have seen it in the reflection of the James Charles thing, but it is a company I've always wanted to try because people rave about them all the time. I watched plenty of videos where this got good reviews, and this is the Sultry Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And like, oh my gosh, this packaging is everything. Like, oh my goodness, so beautiful. I have literally swatched maybe like, I'm afraid to break it, but I've swatched the first 4 shades in this palette, and I was impressed. Rose Quartz took my breath away. Bloom is so pretty. Muir is such a rich black. Dystopian is like this almost purple. It's got like a bit of purple to it. It's a beautiful brown. Twig, I adore this color for some reason. Oh, I think it would look really good with another brown. I have another palette. But yeah, Rose Quartz I got today at Marshall's for $27. I was like, oh, yes please. Always wanted one, and now one for $27. I know my lighting is bad. I gotta fix the lighting in here. But I was like, yeah, sign me up for that. I would do the brush. It feels pretty good. So we'll definitely give it a try. I sometimes really like eyeshadow brushes that come with palettes. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I do. So yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this one because I just got it. I just know I'm very, very excited about it. So now on to the last brand, my last 2 palettes, and of course my favorite palette. So I will get those out. So for the final brand, I have Urban Decay, and I feel like everyone starts out with Urban Decay because Naked 2, I feel like this was everyone's first eyeshadow palette. This was my first high-end eyeshadow palette. I got it, I think, freshman year of high school for Christmas. Well, ooh, that was the shade. The shade Verve has a knack for falling out. It is well loved. I still use it quite a bit. Booty Call is one of my favorite colors. Foxy, Tease. But I really like the shade Chopper. Oh, look at it a little close. And Verve. Verve is like my favorite shade right now from the palette. If I'm reaching this palette, I'm probably gonna use Verve. I don't know why, but I like it a lot. I just love the formula from Decay eyeshadows. Well, I love the formula of the 2 Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes I have. So this is the first one. It was so cool toned. I liked it. This is probably one of the few palettes I've tried every shadow in it, and I have liked every shadow in it. I don't use some as often as I use others, obviously, but I have tried and used every shadow in this palette and liked it. So yeah, she's just my baby. My first bad boy. Super old. Way past its expiration date, but hey, I haven't got pink eye, anything like that from it yet, so I think I'm good. I still use this one a lot. I haven't used it probably since fall ended, because I don't find myself doing a whole bunch of smokier looks in the summer. I like color. I like blues, purples, light blues, purples, bronzy looks, pink looks. Not too many smoky looks, but I do rock a smoky look out of here and a red lipstick quite often around the holiday times. And it's one of Kylie red lipsticks too that I use. Yeah, look, you can see it's been beat up, dropped, but she prevails. She's loved. And now for my favorite. No, I'm gonna get hand sanitizer out before I touch it because I kept pretty good care of her. She is on display in my room, and when I went to school, she's on display. So I got her like 2 days before I cleaned up my room to move out of school. Very recent purchase. Besides Sultry palette. I think she's the most recent thing. Oh no. Yeah, because I did buy her before I bought You Had Me in Aloha. Let me check this up real quick. I'm not sure why, but let me get Anyway, it is the Game of Thrones Urban Decay palette. I thought it was a bug. I love Game of Thrones so much. One of my favorite TV shows. I got started in the book series. I started the first one at Game of Thrones probably late June, July. Finished it and I'm now on to A Clash of Kings. I love the writing, so good. I love the TV show. I love the characters. I'm a big history buff and I also kind of like the medieval feel, but I also like fantasy, and it's like the two come together. And obviously it didn't happen, but they draw on European history so much in the show. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, wow, this is like the War of Roses, essentially. So yeah, I just really, really love it. So then I heard about this palette and I was like, yeah, I have to buy it. I don't know when it got dented right there, but it did. The attention to detail to this palette is incredible. I love the houses along the spine. I love that it's a spine. It looks like a book because they're books. I love the throne in the background. I love the map. Oh, the map. Love the map. It has a really big mirror right here. It has a quote from Daenerys Targaryen, my favorite character. If you know, you know. It has the map, Westeros on here, which I really, really love. It has the pop-up throne, a Tyrion Lannister quote that I love. That's probably one of my top 2 favorite quotes. So yeah, never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not wear it like armor, and it cannot be used to hurt you. And then Tyrion said that to Jon Snow all the way back in book 1, season 1, when he is they're on the wall, and he's talking about being a bastard. Jon Snow is, and Tyrion's talking about him being a dwarf. So yeah, then you open it, and here are the shadows. Oh my goodness. Thanks to these 2 shadows right here, Bend the Knee and Stormborn, purple is like my new favorite shade to wear on my eyes. White Walker is really iridescent. It has like a bit of purple that I put on too. Oh, so gorgeous. These are like it's just everything about this palette is stunning. Attention to detail, the colors, the pigment, how well they work for me. Oh my goodness. Love doing a red and gold look. Love purples. I played with a little bit of pink, yellow, green, a deep plum, some neutrals, whites. It's just everything. I just love this palette. I like to take it out and look at it. I have pictures of this palette on my phone, so like when people ask about it, or like what shadow am I wearing, because when I wear this I get the most compliments when I wear these. People always ask me what I'm wearing. I'm like, oh, I'm wearing, you know, House Lannister or like Red Keep, and people are like, from Game of Thrones? I'm like, yeah, from Game of Thrones. And I always whip out my phone and show them. Oh my god, I just love it. I love how you have your House Targaryen, your House Lannister, your House Stark, and the White Walkers. They're separated by that. White Walker inspired names, Stark inspired names, Lannister, just everything. And then like around these like transformer shades, I can't, I don't know if you'll see it. Come on, focus. Okay, you can't see it, but it has like Targaryen symbol around it. And this one has the Lannister symbol, and this one has the Stark little crest. The icicles. Yeah, these are kind of like chunkier shades by themselves, which are really, really pretty on the inner corner, but when you put them over stuff, gorgeous. These like jewel tones are super light, but they build up into these really pretty colors. The matte blends out so nicely. The 3 mattes are amazing. Like the orangey reds, like, oh my gosh, I just love this palette a lot. I try not to overuse it, I really do, because I know once it's gone, it's gone. I bought this in the highlight palette in the collection. I don't really like tube lipsticks. I buy most of my brushes. Most of my brushes I use are from Marshalls, don't even have a brand on them. And I don't use eyeliner much. Like everything else in the collection was not that like appealing to me. I thought about buying Jack Harry's the lip and cheek stain, but I really wouldn't know how to use that too well. So I bought this in the highlighter palette, and Daenerys is my favorite character. I had the highlighter palette, but yeah, this is my favorite eyeshadow palette of all time. I try to use it a lot, but also not too much. And okay, that was weird. Yeah, so when I do find stuff in here I like I love a red and gold look, so I try to find it in my other palettes and try to like mimic it, but it's never as pretty, and that's probably in my head, but in my head it's just never as pretty as it is here. So yeah, that is that palette. Okay, so that is all my eyeshadow palettes I have. This video is probably me way longer than I intended it to, because once I start talking about something I care about, I tend to not stop talking about something I care about. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my first video. I hope you stick around for more, and like more tutorials and stuff. As for uploading, I'm not sure how frequent it's gonna be. I will try hard, but in the school year, with my class schedule, it just might not be a lot, but I will try to at least do something every week, at least one thing. Yeah, so welcome to my channel. I hope you guys like, subscribe, all that jazz. And yeah, just thank you so much for watching. I will see you hopefully next week.